Marissa, right now it's bow hunting season, so a lot of hunters will be up in the trees around mid-Missouri, just like Troy Smith. He told me today that the safety harness he was using was meant to save his life, but he says in this case it almost killed him. A regular bow hunter, Troy Smith says the best place to do it is from a perch high up in a tree. But a couple of weeks ago, sitting high above the forest floor almost killed him.
I don't want my 9-year-old son to come out there with my wife and find me strangled in a tree.
Smith says it was like any other time he sat up on his tree stand over the past 35 years. But when he turned around with his bow to shoot a couple of does,
I slid off the seat and I was held up by my harness.
Smith dangled for a moment.
The leg straps started coming undone, and as soon as the leg straps come apart, my arms dropped out of the harness.
Then the situation turned deadly.
And the next thing I know, this thing's around my neck like that. And I'm trying to get a hold of the tree with my legs and trying to get a hold of anything I could, my stand or whatever. I couldn't.
After pulling himself up, Smith fell about 18 feet, knocking him unconscious. He almost bit his tongue in half and damaged his esophagus. Smith says the harness didn't work properly. He says the buckles didn't have teeth, keeping the strap from slipping out of the buckle. An outdoor specialist with the Department of Conservation says he can't comment on a specific case, but he says tree stand accidents happen all too often.
If the leg straps shouldn't hold, or they're not put on properly, then yes, then the shoulder straps are the only thing holding you there, and it would lead to a strangulation type situation.
I was unable to reach the manufacturer of the harness for comment. Smith tells me he did talk to the manufacturer about the incident. He says they took down his information and told him they would be contacting him soon. Smith says all hunters using tree stands need to have a high-quality harness.
Dan, thank you. And specialists at the Department of Conservation say it is important for hunters to regularly check their gear to make sure it's working properly.